Hey everybody, my name is Tanner, and today I'll be showing you how to code a Vex EDR robot with Robotc so that you can code for these sensors today. Now, I am using Robotc coding, and I have just a simple Vex robot in front of me for Vex EDR, and I've got bumper sensors on it, or touch sensors, so we're going to be coding for those, and it's the same basic coding for all of them. So, as always, we're going to go up to our robot, and we're going to go to our compiler target, and we're going to make sure it's on physical robot. Then, we're going to go to platform type, and we're going to make sure it's on Vex 2.0 Cortex. This is for Vex EDR. Now we're going to set up our motors and our sensors. We're going to start with our motors. So, I have four regular 393 motors, so I'm going to put those into here. Now I like to shorten the name for all of them, so what I have in my first port is our back right wheel, and then our second port is our front left wheel, and in our ninth port we have our back left wheel. And in our 10th port, we have our front right wheel. So you don't have to name it like this. This is just how I like to name it, just because I find it easier. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our digital sensors. So you should have the 12 slots, not analog. You should have the digital. And what I have I have all touch sensors, so I have 3 of those, so I'm just going to put those for the ones I put in there. And then I want to name these, so again, I'm just going to shorten them because they're going to be really short. So I'm going to do our front right bumper. That's all I prefer to do. And then our front left bumper. And then this will be our back bumper. So now we're going to click apply. We're going to go to our motors. Oop, never mind. Yeah, that should be good. And then we have everything up here. So now we're going to start our coding. So we're going to come down here, press enter to get it started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to type while, and in parentheses put true. Then we're going to press enter, and we're going to do a squiggly bracket, as I like to call them. Then we're going to press enter again. Now this is going to be everything inside our while true. So we're going to do if. This is sort of like the coding for the controller, but we're not going to put the same thing inside the if statement. So we're going to do if sensor value, and we're going to put in square brackets which sensor we want. Let's start with our front right bumper. If that equals, you have to put 2 equals so it knows if it's pressed in, equals 1. Then we're going to put that in parentheses and we're going to press enter. Now we're going to start everything that if that is pressed in. So we're going to do, we're going to press enter, and we're going to just tell our motors to go backwards. So we're going to do motor, and we're just going to back right wheel. That's not how you spell wheel. Equals, we'll just do -67. You're going to do a semicolon. And we're going to just do that for every single motor. Back left wheel equals -67. Make sure you put a semicolon after all these. We're going to do front right wheel. We're going to do -67. We're going to do front left wheel equals -67. Make sure you put semicolons after all those. So what that's going to do is it's going to make the entire robot back up. Now what we're going to tell it to do is only do that for, only do that for 2 seconds. Now this is wait 1 msec, and that's milliseconds. So 1 millisecond is, well, 1 second is 1,000 milliseconds. So however long you want to do it for, if you want to do it for a certain number of seconds, times that by 1,000 and enter that in there. And we're going to put a semicolon after that. Now, if it's going to hit the right bumper, then we're going to tell it to, we would basically just, let's see, if we're going to have it hit the right bumper, then let's have it turn left. So we'll do, tell our motors, motor, and because we're not backing up for that long, we're going to do a swing turn, a point turn, not a swing turn. So we're going to do our front left wheel. It's going to go at full speed. We're going to have all of our left going at full speed. Back left wheel going at full speed. Make sure you put a semicolon. And we're going to tell our right wheels to not go at all. And we're going to do the same for our back right wheel. And a semicolon. And we're going to tell it to do that for if we're going at full speed, it would probably be best to tell it to go for, let's just do 1 second. And then you're going to put a semicolon. And now we're going to just tell it after that just to keep moving forward. I'm going to do motor. I'm actually going to copy this. And I'm going to paste it down here just to save time. I'll give you a second to do that now. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of the negatives. So now it's going to go forward. Now when we're doing this, I'm going to first test it out, and it's going to act weird because some of the motors are reversed. So I'll show you what to do when that happens, but now we'll just tell it. After this, it will just go for 2 seconds. And now we're going to do our, going to end it with this squiggly bracket, and then we're going to do our else statement, which means that if it's not pressed in, it will do this. We don't need anything in parentheses for this one. We're going to start our squiggly bracket, and we're going to do motor, and I'm going to once again come down here. And I'm just going to copy and paste. And then that can be the end of our else statement. So we can actually tell it just to keep moving. So if our right bumper is pressed in, then it will come backwards. It will come backwards for 2 seconds. It will turn for 1 second, and it will move forward for 2 seconds to make sure it gets in the way. And then after, if it's still not pressed in, then it will just keep going until it is pressed in. So let's test it out. So what we're going to do is our robot is on. I already have everything plugged in. We're going to compile. We're not going to save it. Actually, we will save this one. We will save this as our sensor coding tutorial, and we will save. Now it's saying we have something missing. This is what I did one time, and it bugged the crap out of me because I couldn't tell what it was. So we always have to have an N to each bracket. So if we look, if we go the furthest out, this has this, and this has this. But this while true, there's only one before it, and we have two here, and we only have one here. So we need to come down to this one. We need to press enter. We need to end it with another bracket. If we compile, and you can see all now it's saying is that it would like this to be capitalized. So now we can try it out and download to our robot. And it's going to ask you to save again, but I'm not going to. You probably should if you don't want to lose it. And if this comes up, it's fine, just press OK. It'll come up again, but you can just ignore it. And now that it's downloaded, we can press start, and it's going to act very, very crazy. So we're going to hold this up. So you can see that one side is it's just spinning in circles, which means that one side is turned backwards, and I don't know if you could see it, but I could tell that it was our right side. So what we're going to do is we're going to exit our debugger. We're going to come to our motor and sensor setup. We're going to go to motors, and we're going to change all right. We're going to click reversed. This just means that the motor is facing the opposite way. So anytime it's positive, it will actually go negative. Anytime it's negative, it will actually go positive. This way we don't have to change any of our code. We don't have to make it weird by making half of these negative, half of these positive. So now we should be able to download it. And you have to download it even if you change just a little thing. We can ignore this. Now as soon as I press start, it should, ignore that, it should start going forward. What I have to do is I have a little box in front of me where it should hit it, it will trip the sensor, and it should turn and keep moving forward. So let's try it out. I need something heavier. I will be right back. Okay, so I have it to where as soon as I start it, it's going to go forward and it's going to hit the sensor. So we'll test it out and we'll make sure it works. So we'll press start. Oops. Sorry. So as you can see, it went forward, it tripped the sensor, and then it turned, and it kept moving forward. So now we're going to pull it back, and we're going to test it, make sure it works further away. So let's try it now. Right back. So as you can see, it worked, sort of. You can just change whatever sensor. So basically all you're doing is you're telling if this sensor, whatever you want, do this, else just do this. So that's how you code a Vex EDR robot with Robotc coding. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.